welcome to my channel, or welcome back, loyal subscribers. I'm Kerry, the nosy housefrau, and today I'll be sticking my nose in on a very special holiday. That's right, I know my holidays. It is the 5th of May, so happy Cinco de Mayo. That's when we drink and write crappy poetry that we try to recite. We're also going to do some drunk drama-ing. You can't drink and drive, but you can drink and drama. In fact, these days it's encouraged. But I might be a little ahead of all of you, so feel free to catch up. This is soju. Oh, gopchugi, you scared me. This is soju, which is from Korea. A friend of mine, my new best friend, got this for us because we said we don't drink very much, but once in a while, after living in Koreatown, we like to have some soju. Don't make the mistake I made of thinking that this is beer. It is more like vodka. And the first time I drank it, a girlfriend and I went to karaoke rooms. They have the karaoke rooms, not just karaoke night, in Koreatown. So we went to this and drank up thinking it was just beer, and we drank it like beer. And if you don't drink a lot, that can be very, very bad mistake. In fact, my husband for the longest time kept the recording on his phone of us calling, laughing hysterically. I think he had to wait for like 20 seconds of laughing for us to go, "Hi, come get us," you know, which wouldn't have been so bad, except the karaoke bar was a block from our house. We lived on Wilshire, and I hadn't even taken a car there, but he had to come get me, and I don't even remember making that phone call, frankly. So moderation is key. Moderation is key. Bottoms up. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh! Not bad. Not bad. Okay, I really don't know what's in this, and I should not suggest it because that one shot, after doing one shot of this, it's a barley. It's 100% barley alcohol, 40 proof. So I'm just a wimpy drinker. Oh, only 60 calories until you eat a plate of Tostonis like I'm going to after this. But yeah, it's pretty strong. To me, it's strong. I probably should dilute it with something else, but whatever. And because it is Cinco de Mayo, Tostonis recipe below. Scrumptious. They're so good. They actually came out better the first time I made these, but you know, in fairness, I was more sober. Okay, so now that I'm more than a little sauced, I can give you my take on the Tana Gage Gomez Twitter drama that's been unfolding all day today. And I will apologize in advance. There have been many retakes, and I think after so much filming, I realized that I've been calling him Gabe. I'm so sorry. I can't redo all this. This may be my first and last tea time because there's a lot of bloopers. So please bear with me. I'm schnockered. First of all, if you haven't heard, Tana is going to have her own MTV reality show. I think it's called Tana Turns 21. It even sounds like porn. But it's going to be all about Tana all the time. Because what could be more fascinating? And Tana apparently has a protective streak because she came for Gage Gomez in DMs. If you remember from my last video, which I'll also link below and at the end of this, if you're not up to date on this and you've been in a drama cave, it seems that James Charles and his old friend who had this tiff over if he is or if he ain't, apparently are still DMing each other. And as always in the drama community, people who don't like each other can't stay away from each other. I thought that was just in soap operas, by the way. Remember, in the 80s, I used to watch soap operas after school, because that was more important than homework. And I could never get over the fact that all people did was dress up really nice to go visit their enemies. And I thought that was invented for soap operas. It was every time it would be like, seems like Jillian and I need to have a little talk. And then you'd hear, and the door opens. The other one, Evelyn, Jillian, we need to talk. And they'd come in and they're all dressed up and they sit there and go, well, if you think you're getting away with this, think again. And it was this huge waste of time that I thought was invented for soap operas, but it turns out it's real. And it's happening in the YouTube and drama community. But anyway, these people are still in contact. This is like dying a very slow death, this relationship. And I think one of the reasons they won't let go, and it takes two people to hang on, by the way, and one of the reasons they won't let go is because they want to be vindicated. Each one wants to feel like the one who's not in the wrong. And I think they keep talking and communicating so that they can get clips and sound bites for their side of the story. Because let me tell you something. Gage Gomez his tweets, what happens in his DMs do not stay in his DMs. It's not Vegas up in Gage DMs. As soon as you type him something, just know it's public fodder, because it takes, like, as fast as you can turn on a light, that kid has got copied and pasted and put it on Twitter. Oh, Tana said this to me. And I, for one, am grateful. Okay, little backstory. I'm going to link Dustin Dailey's video below because he read this whole thing that James Charles had posted that was titled Boys. That, by the way, is a little cringy for me. That's embracing your tween mentality. Guys, young men. So this is, I don't know. I don't like the boys thing, but we'll get to that later. It started with Gage posting a Tana Calling Twitter DM that said, or at least a DM she sent him, by the way. I don't know if it looked like it was a phone DM. He posted it from his phone. Sociopathic tendencies. Apparently she had called him that. And on one of his exchanges with her, he had said, "It was nice meeting you, though. And my messages said, I hope you're doing okay. I see you're also going through a lot." Like, he's trying to befriend her. He's trying to charm her. And she's already coming for him. And then she wrote back, "It's very sad to see that you're prioritizing being out right now when you're literally ruining someone's reputation for no reason. So sad." And in his response, one of the, he's still making nice with her. "Unfortunately, I'm already out and he wants a clear mind." I don't really know what he means by that. And he knows she might be unhappy with his decision, but then says, "Hopefully you understand." Why are you hoping for that? She's lambasting you. You passed understanding miles ago. This to me is weird. Most people, if you come for them in their DMs and they don't know you, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do, they're going to say F you. He's trying to charm her and salvage this in some way, and that to me seemed a little bizarre. Not a guarantee that he's an opportunist, but a slight red flag suspect thing to me personally. Okay, and now if you haven't noticed, her Twitter has MTV reality star on it. And she said, "I watched you lead on and kiss my friend for a whole weekend." That's a lot of kissing, by the way. Who kisses for a whole weekend? But then she said, "When he realized you got scared and made a video lying and accusing him of being a sexual predator, legit watching you lie like this and get away with it breaks my heart. He's a person too. You and I know the truth." So that was kind of weird too. She's obviously sticking up for James Charles. Some people felt that he maybe encouraged her, but it doesn't seem like he did. It seemed like he didn't say, "Hey, release the crackhead." No, the Kraken. He said, okay. And we're back in the room. So, should Tana Calling have sent that DM to Gage? It's not for me to say. I have to concede that maybe she knows more about what's going on behind the scenes than the rest of us do, and maybe she saw James suffering and felt compelled to do that. Congratulations, James, on remaining front page news. But people, I'm inclined to believe that when someone says they are loving a scandal, as Gage has said, implied that James has told him, when he said that James told him he's aware of the money he makes from these scandals, I don't know that that necessarily means he's enjoying this. That, to me, especially something he said to a crush, could be a bravado. And in fact, one of his scandals is the potential loss of a friendship. So I don't think he's enjoying that very much. He's lost a friend because of an adulterous ad, and then he was called a predator by this guy. So, it's hard to say in the end will he come out winning. Probably there's no such thing as negative news in this case, unless it's something horrific. Probably will benefit him. I don't know. But I really can't say that Tana shouldn't have done it. I can't say she's very eloquent, but it's Tana. I was laughing. I was literally laughing when she was like, "It breaks my heart." And the two of her and James Charles, so upset over a lie. The two people who have built their careers on lies. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm sorry. You forfeit the right to righteous indignation when all you do is lie. Someone cue the karma, karma, karma chameleon music, because I don't feel like singing it. So it's time to read Girls by Gage Gomez. It's a novella, so now's a good time to take a potty break if you need to, and come back, I'll understand. Girls, I hear you. All the signs were there, and I missed every one of them because I was under the influence of this individual. He managed to successfully switch the narrative on me and made me into a person I know in my heart I could never be. Unfortunately, we see these things a lot when it comes to manipulative relationships. I had given him an ultimatum. I asked him to clear my name and end the situation in a way that would benefit us both. My name would be cleared, and he would be able to move on from this scandal, just as he does with every one he finds himself mixed into. Oh, burn. He denied. He not only attempted to silence me after, but he also threatened me about what would happen if I spoke up. Oh, this sounds so dangerous. The stigma around bisexual and bi-curious individuals is what warranted him to so effortlessly take advantage of me. This situation has opened my eyes to quite a few, sorry, going to page 2, things. And I've realized that anyone can fall victim to the pressure and manipulation of the people they trust, no matter their gender. I mean, hang on a second. This guy's talking like James Charles is a human trafficker. Okay, sorry. Back to the reading. The moment he realized that he could not persuade me into forgetting my truth and turning me into the person he wanted me to be, I was a con artist. I was a clout chaser. I was a piece of shit. Similar to how women are described when they are victims of abuse. Come on. This does not go to say that this person abused me, because that is not the case. That's just something he said. It was just similar to abused women. But he's not saying this person abused him, because that is not the case. I was harassed, and I was pressured, but I was also naive. And I wish I would have been able to read the signs that were so obviously in my path. This is where I say, girls and women who have discovered me through this situation, no matter what you think of me, I stand by you. I am lucky enough to have made it out of this situation with my mental state unscathed, but unfortunately, that is not the case for people who deal with these kinds of things on a daily basis, a grander scale, and don't have supporters to help them through it all. I am not used to this kind of attention. Really? I saw your shirtless pictures, but okay. And page 3. I'm not used to this kind of attention and don't have the supporters to help them through. Wait a minute. I'm not used to this kind of attention. Sorry. And for a lack of better words, it fucked me up. I thought he said he got through it unscathed. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting me. God, so rude, Kerry. So I could not imagine how women and girls could possibly go through this kind of thing alone. That's called mace, honey. Hang on, wait. Oh, I lost the page. Okay. I want to make it abundantly clear. This individual that I speak of is not a sexual predator. He just made a few wrong decisions along the course of our time together, as did I. If anything, he helped me find myself, and a cause that I'm dedicated to, as a white, cis, het man who oh wow, he's not a hitman, he's a het man, who has experienced this firsthand. I know the part I play and the impact I have. I hear you, and I'm here to help. I see a lot of vague stuff, and you know what? He did in this thing similar to what James Charles did in his girls thing. He basically said all of these horrible things and then says, I have no negative thoughts towards you. I mean, the first page or two of this is him talking about what a survivor of James Charles he is. And then saying, you know, just to be clear, James Charles really didn't do anything wrong. Then he kind of makes it sound 50-50, doesn't he? I also thought, similar to when he was trying to charm Tana Calling Gage, I thought that in this he was saying that he had offered to get out of this in a way where James could avoid a scandal and he could clear his own name. So in other words, he wanted to get out of this with James losing entirely, just not having him, but not being called names. And he's saying James threatened him. Doesn't that sound like a threat? Like, we can end this without you being in a scandal. Who's threatening whom? And then he's saying that James Charles did nothing wrong. So which is it? You can't sit there and talk about what a horrible person he is and how much you relate to abused women because of this. And you're unscathed, but then it fucked you up. You know, this is probably the kind of waffling he did with James Charles in the first place. I'm sorry, points to James Charles on this one. And I am not a James Charles fan, as you know. He's shishter annoying as all get out. But I'm giving him the points on this because this guy is waffling, he's wishy-washy, and every time somebody DMs him, he makes it public fodder. And did I say that word again? All right, moving on. I stood alone on the shores of that windy beach, our beach, so far away from those days long ago when a younger face adored you. And I suddenly have the urge to write your name in the sand, not any part of you, but all that means you, as if the name that never passes my lips, written in the sand, can ease the burden of my memories. And as I reach down to write your name, it's on the tip of my tongue. Was it David? Daniel? No? Eric? No, wait, that was the karaoke guy. That was a night to remember. Lifeguard guy was, I did not know his name, so that wasn't you. I think you were in the Navy and you liked Springsteen. I'm not sure. You were the most important man in my world, but it wasn't meant to be. Farewell, you.